Hey everybody, it's Jay Kitchen from jaysbeard.com. I hope you're doing well today. We're doing a review of something from the house of Boyce 1920. This is their Cannabis Salata. Before we jump into the review, if you would be kind enough to subscribe and smash the thumbs up and the notification bell, we would really appreciate it. That helps us get into more people's feeds and suggested videos and just gets us more eyes on what we're doing. And we really appreciate your help in doing that. Before we jump into the fragrance itself, this Cannabis Salata, first of all, it is part of a line, a cannabis scented line from Boyce 1920, about, I believe, 4 different fragrances. Over the coming weeks, we'll review them one by one and then probably do some sort of amalgamation, best cannabis scents out there, something like that, because there are a lot of them, not just from Boyce 1920. So a little bit about Boyce 1920. They are an artisanal perfumer from Florence, Italy, that expresses the Galardi's family passion for the art of perfume, making which is handed down from one generation to another. Passion that livens up, inspires, and carefully enriches our line of over 30 fragrances today. Moreover, the raw material research combines tradition and innovation for a harmony of unique and charming olfactory compositions. The story all began in the 1920s, or specifically 1920, when the grandfather, Guido Galardi, started experimenting the first formulations in his tiny workshop in Florence. He began collecting the Spigo, which is lavender flower, which bloom on the Florentine hills. His pursuit mixed different expressive features, essential oils, scented solutions, and perfumed bags. All these characteristics inspire and shape the brand Bottega Italiana Spigo 1920, also known as Boyce, B-O-I-S 1920, which acquired a worldwide reputation over the years along with recognized awards. In 2012, Boyce 1920 was selected among the best 5 olfactory expressions at the Fifi Awards, also known as the Oscars of Perfumery, in New York. Today, Boyce 1920 represents the added value in the niche perfumery sector, playing an active role towards new olfactory versions that need to be explored and worn. A role that engages, inspires, and harmonizes our senses. As to the cannabis collection, the main characteristic they note is uniqueness. It is the sole objective of the collection, Boyce 1920 Cannabis, thanks to a lively olfactory combination full of originality, vitality, and energy. The Cannabis Salata is described on their website as a revolutionary fragrance. The memory of the sea and the mild salty touch of the dried salt harmoniously intertwine the pungent notes of cannabis, creating a thrilling and surprising olfactory composition. Thanks to its dry down notes intensified by vetiver and ambergris, Cannabis Salata captures and donates an exclusive and magical moment of pleasantness. We're going to spray a little bit on us. Probably we've got a 2 ml sampler decant from Scent Split, and we are going to spray at least 1 spritz on each forearm near the it's going to take a second here. It's 2, whoa. So that's 5 sprays. You know what, we'll do 1 more for good measure over here. Let this air out a little bit. Now, the notes that they talk about, the olfactory pyramid of this particular scent, the top is bergamot, lemon, coriander. The heart is cannabis, aquatic accord, and cardamom. The dry down is vetiver, patchouli, salty accord, and ambergris. Let's see what we got going on here. You do get the aquatic accord in here. It's still wet. I mean, literally on my arm, it's drying off. So we're going to let that kind of evaporate somewhat. The ingredients that they list are denatured alcohol, clearly, parfum, fragrance, aqua, water, benzyl silicate, limonene, linalool, coumarin, citral, farnesol, geraniol, and anise alcohol. A number of those are terpenes that you find in the cannabis plant itself, whether it's hemp or straight up THC psychoactivity inducing cannabis that you smoke or ingest, however you do that, if in fact you do. I reviewed cannabis strains for many, many years on YouTube and other places and have smelled a lot of cannabis flowers. What I'm smelling right now is a little cannabis-y. It's not strong, it's not stinky like some people think cannabis smells like skunk. That is not what I'm getting in this particular scent. It's a little vegetal, a little citrus. It's a very clean kind of scent though. If I put this on, it's not going to smell like I'm carrying a bunch of cannabis in my pocket. It's just not, which maybe is a good thing. I don't know. It depends what your interests are, but this is not something that's going to make you smell like you're holding, which is probably good if you're in a country or a jurisdiction where cannabis is not legal, because you don't need the aggravation, right? Who needs the aggravation of someone checking you out because you may or may not smell like cannabis? It's very nice. It is clean. I mean, they are true to the descriptors. It is definitely an aquatic kind of scent. Does it remind me of the sea and the salt of the ocean? Well, I'm not getting that iodine-y kind of scent that you may get from seawater, and you're not getting the sort of decomposition of things from the sea, where you know you're near the ocean because you can smell that kind of undertone of funk. The more I let it sit on my skin, the more I'm picking up elements of what one might smell in a cannabis plant. Not burned, but raw. I'm picking up the geraniums and a little patchouli. Some of the vetiver is coming through as well, in that sort of green, bright sort of scent. This is probably not something I would buy a full bottle of. I believe a full 100 ml is about roughly 200 bucks, between 150 to 200. I'm sure you can find it on fragrance websites for a more reasonable or less expensive price point. Again, if you're interested in these, you should definitely check out decanters. Now, Scent Split is the one that I use primarily, but there are others. Ades.com. All of them have different kind of selections, so you're going to have to kind of shop around. But this is a great way to sort of get introduced into these scents. This one is nice. It's clean. Not something that I would spend my money on, just because I'm pretty sure there are other things out there that I would like more in this vein. But it may be up your alley. It's hard to say. Everybody's nose and skin chemistry is very different. So definitely a spring and summer kind of scent. It's not citrusy, but it's definitely got that aquatic kind of sea-like accord. I hope you enjoyed this cannabis scent review. It's a little bit out of the typical wheelhouse, I think, although cannabis scents seem to be blowing up out there. So we'll be doing a lot more of these over the coming weeks and months, so definitely stay tuned. If you liked the review, hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, smash the thumbs down. Please, we love the interaction, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. If you are aware of a scent that smells cannabis-y, or that you would recommend that we check out, please put it in the comments below. We really appreciate those suggestions. It kind of helps guide us on our path. Don't forget to subscribe and smash the thumbs up button. Be kind to human beings and their furry friends. Stay lifted, stay good smelling, and stay well groomed, and we'll catch you on the next video. Cheers, everybody. We love you.